Hello, tankers. One of the questions puzzling the WoT players is whether there are bots in the game, especially after World of Tanks expanded to consoles and mobile devices. So today we'll go deep into particulars and uncover all details about bots in World of Tanks, whether they are present or not, and if so, what kind of bots there are. Let's get started. Yes, World of Tanks includes bots in certain scenarios, but the specifics depend on the game mode, region, and player's experience level. Here's an overview of how bots are used in the game. Tutorials and low-tier matches. Bots are frequently used in the tutorials to help new players learn the game. In low-tier matches, typically Tier 1 to Tier 3, bots may fill out the teams to ensure faster matchmaking for new players. These bots are designed to behave like inexperienced players. AI players in special modes, some PvE. Game modes and events like Halloween events or missions include AI-controlled tanks to provide unique challenges. These bots are usually scripted to follow specific objectives or patterns. Matchmaking in certain regions and regions with lower player populations. Certain servers during off-peak hours, bots may fill in empty slots in battles to maintain balanced matchmaking and reasonable wait times. Bot detection and fair play. World of Tanks actively monitors for illegal third-party bots, cheating programs used by players to farm experience or currency. Such activity is against the game's terms of service and can result in bans. If you're playing a low-tier match or on a less populated server, there's a good chance some of your opponents or teammates might be bots. You can often identify them by predictable movement patterns or names that differ from typical player names. Speaking of the latter type of World of Tanks bots, they can be used for automated actions, including auto-aiming, tracking the targets, etc. Usually they come in the form of software and can be configured to prioritize low HP tanks, show various details, and much more. There are three most commonly present types of bots intended for cheating in World of Tanks, including smart bots. As the name implies, these are the most complex types of bots designed to simulate actual players' actions like movements and various tactics. Silly bots. These are less sophisticated bots explicitly designed to stay in the base and shoot the enemy tanks within their range. They can also move to the preset routes but are much less competent than their smart counterpart, clickers. Essentially, these are the basic macros used for actions like launching the WoT client, entering the battle, and idling. Clickers are used to earn credits and experience and nothing else. All three bot types have one thing in common. They are powered by an algorithm, and the more sophisticated the algorithm is, the smarter the bot will be. Are there spam bots in World of Tanks? Unfortunately, there are spam bots featured in World of Tanks. Just like all other types of bots found in nearly every online free-to-play game, these bots will send automated messages to players using the general chat, and they usually promote gold selling or scam websites. The good news is that these types of bots are only found in low-tier matches because they can't advance to higher tiers since they get reported and banned very quickly. The bad news is that this doesn't stop these spammers from creating new accounts and carrying on the spam. How to identify bots in World of Tanks? While you can detect AI bots with no effort, this is not the case for bots designed for cheating, which are much more challenging to recognize. For instance, AI-controlled bots will always have 0 recorded battles in their history, and their name will be a full colon with the addition of a historical admiral name. As for the other bots, you'll need to observe and look for the apparent leads, like abnormal behavior and movements, spinning the turret around, shooting aimlessly, and such. These are most likely the silly bots we mentioned before, which are more manageable to detect. However, detecting the smart bots can be problematic because they are designed to behave like real human players. Therefore, there are no specific clues to look for in their case, especially since they can even play better than most human players in some cases. Do bots make or break the World of Tanks experience? Given what has been previously said, bots can make and break the World of Tanks experience. The AI-controlled bots are a valuable addition to the World of Tanks because if it wasn't for them, most of the low-tier matches would be played between a few players without any balance. This way they fill out the empty slots, but they also assist the real players and can even determine the match in some cases, thus improving the gameplay. On the flip side, bots oriented toward cheating undoubtedly impair the gameplay experience due to crookedness and because cheaters aren't eager to assist their teammates master the skills and study the vehicles. On top of this, cheating in World of Tanks will surely dishearten all actual players who spend hours learning how to play the game, learning about tanks, trying out various tactics, and putting so much effort into the game. To put it briefly, cheaters take all the fun from World of Tanks, and even though Wargaming is putting so much effort into removing them, bots will probably always be part of World of Tanks, especially since it's a free-to-play game. Okay, thank you for listening. Let's get back to battle.